So I was just like, all right. Welcome to book club. X Unlimited X-Men #1 was my choice. I spell it right.
Can I just say I found it misnomered because there were only like 4 X-Men and then it wasn't unlimited at all.
Yeah, it was very
Oh.
limited, actually.
I don't know about that. There's a bunch of mutant action in this one. Where am I going to start with this? Have y'all noticed that StreamYard's labs look different? Have y'all noticed that, or am I the only one?
What do you mean?
When you go in, it asks for a title for your studio.
Yes, they do.
You noticed that?
I noticed that.
Yeah.
Okay. And it looks a little wider for some reason, but okay. Let's get us going. How do I do this? All right. I don't have an actual copy of this book.
I thought this was the book that you got as a kid.
I did, but I didn't keep it. I think I sold it at some point. I don't know if I had I've had like 4 or 5 copies of this book. I've sold a lot of books in
Isn't this like a dollar bin
comic
book?
collecting days. Yeah. What up, TM Nerdy? Patel, Big Drew Manchu. I saw
Patel made a big purchase this week. He got himself a Tales of Suspense 39.
I thought he sold it.
No, he bought it.
No, he bought it.
He bought it. Okay.
A nice
I thought
copy.
I read it. I thought I read it differently than you. Shout outs to Joffrey Darcy. He popped in the live stream earlier when I did my Legion AOK. I didn't say hi to him. But what up, Drew Manchu, everybody else? All right, so this is the cover. So the background of this, like Alan was saying, was when I was a 13-year-old little baby Shaq, teenager Biggie Shaq, I said to my loving mother and stepfather, what I want for my birthday is an X-Men 1. And somehow they found this. I would guess this would line up with, like, it came out the same time I would turn 13, maybe. And I'm guessing they charged them like $15, $20 to make them feel like they got what was
something
like
value, yeah.
something I wanted. Like, we know what he wants. We know what X-Men 1 he's talking about, like. So they were like excited to give me this. And I was excited when I saw it. I was like, oh, what's this? And I knew it wasn't what I wanted, but I was like, you know what? That's okay. My parents, they tried, whatever.
Yeah.
It was probably really hard to get an X-Men 1 back then. I had like little hopes. Did JC Penney have comics at one? They had like reprints, right?
I don't know.
We wouldn't know. There's no JC Penney in Canada.
Oh, you didn't know that? In the JC Penney catalog, you could get signatures and you could get comics, but they were reprints. So I had like
in Sears, by the way, Matt.
What? We did? I don't remember that in Sears.
You could order it was like a little box that you could get. They were either reprints or they were something weird with the Sears catalog.
I only remember the little bags of 3, like you got at the Woolco.
Yeah,
Walmart.
Well,
not Walmart.
3-pack. Yeah, we got those at the grocery store.
Well,
they used to have those at like Towers and Kmart and Woolco.
Stuff,
all those.
Yeah.
Anywho, I'm gonna give the cover I'm gonna give it a 4. It's not a bad cover to me. I mean, to y'all it may be, but that's fine with me. All right, so for me, enter number 4. What up, D? Glad you made it. I had no doubt. My X-Men homies here to back me up on this. So it starts off. First page, you see Cyclops all worked up. They're out in the cold. It's one of them stories that starts kind of in the middle, and then it comes back about halfway through the story, and it shows you the beginning, and it shows you the whole process. So I'm not going to explain every little panel to y'all, but so Cyclops, Storm, and Professor X are flying from the Savage Land, and they're flying over, like, I think the North Pole or some shit.
Antarctic.
It's the
Antarctic.
Antarctica. So South Pole. If they isn't that where the South Pole is where the Savage Land is in Marvel?
like that.
I don't know, something like that. It's
in a weird zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we get introduced to this new character named Sienna Blaze, right?
Mhm.
And this girl is messing with the 3 X-Men leaders because the game master asked her. It's like a competition or something. She's trying to kill the 3 strongest X-Men leaders, apparently.
Mhm.
And she gave it a good shot. The what's the name of the plane? The jet, the Thunderbird,
Blackbird.
Blackbird.
Mhm.
The Blackbird's flying. She fucking shreds it.
Blows a hole through it.
She can control the
magnetic fields.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
EM.
the magnetic fields and the weather to change and all the air, and she could do all types of shit. She's so damn strong. She made Storm like quiver. Like Storm was like fucked up because of how strong this lady is.
Well, I think they were
Um,
saying in the story that she was strong enough to affect the Earth's magnetic field
Yeah.
Yeah,
and put the planet in danger. So
Yeah. Basically. Yeah.
clean your wall. Thanks, man. No, I
Even
know.
what the game master kind of warned her, hey, you should probably not do that too much.
It's up low grade. No, yeah, JC Penney did have dynamic forces and all that. What's it say? We bought Sign Comics, the Home Shopping Channel. Boom, they were everywhere. Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. The Home Shopping
I have
Network.
JC Penney reprints. I got an
Fucking
ASM 14 reprint. But anywho, all right. So the Sienna Blaze, this is a first appearance too, I believe. So to sum it up, she tried to kill him. She almost did. This shows a lot of Cyclops strength as being a leader. Storm did the best she could in the very beginning to just keep the Thunderbird pieces that were left together enough for them to land.
Mhm.
If Storm wouldn't have done that, they would have been screwed. It was so cold where they were that the frigid temperature could have killed them instantly.
Mhm.
And ultimately, Professor X had to fake trick the girl with an illusion to make her feel like she had like the hand up on her, and she didn't. And Forge and Psylocke came in, saved.
Bishop inside.
Bishop and
My
Psylocke.
fault. Yeah, Bishop and Psylocke came in, saved the trio.
Mhm.
So that's the pretty much the story synopsis. Some really good inside art. I like this book a lot. It might be a little wordy. I haven't read it in a while, but I didn't think it was that
Was
bad.
it a longer book? Was it more than 36 pages?
It was 55.
It was a big book. Big book.
Yeah,
It was. It felt like 2
yeah,
books.
It's like, it's like when is this going to end?
Yeah.
It was a extra special book because it was a number
Okay.
one back in the days
Okay.
where, let's throw in 15 more pages so we can charge $2 or whatever.
I was like, did Biggie pick a golden age? I don't know what's going on here.
No,
Why is it
yeah.
so
It was
long?
kinda big. So I'm gonna go inside art with a 4. I'm gonna go story a 4. And guess what? Overall, this was a 4 to me. This was a good book. I liked it pretty much. This is one of my books I liked as a kid. And I'm going to pick Alan next.
Okay. I'm X-Men.
Go ahead,
is
tear
like-
into it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. It's all good.
So I'm gonna get into things I like about the story and things I don't like. So when it starts, actually, I kind of like the way they set things up. You know, they talk about they really give the concept of they are all about to die. You know, and that kind of very anime. Like I was thinking, wow, this could be an anime. Like, you know, like whenever they go into like the epic battle, they're always like, oh, we're about to die, and you know, don't worry about me. They think about the loved ones. Oh, I wish I told that person I love them, and blah blah blah. They, you know, all that kind of like like over the top. We're gonna die. This is like the end of the X-Men. This is the end of the world. And part of that I kind of liked. Like the first bit of it was pretty cool. The thing that for me was a bit of a letdown actually was the Blaze character. They kind of build her up as being this epic-y kind of level mutant. And when they actually go to battle, it kind of just fizzes out. It's kind of weird how it fizzes out.
I would say that it's because she's probably very inexperienced.
Maybe, but it was
she's
just
only used her powers like one time before. Remember, according to the story.
According to the story, well, once as a child, they said.
Yeah, and her dad nipped that in the bud because of the potential dangers.
Yeah, and then the second time, and this would be like she was going for a third, where she's going to go like.
Where the hell has this girl been since then? I know that I've looked into this before, and she's been in other comics, but to be as strong of a freaking, I mean, this is a hell of a debut. You almost took out fucking Cyclops, Storm, and Professor X your first go.
Yeah,
that's a big deal, my friend.
Yeah, it's a big deal. I mean, the top three basically. Well, Jean Grey I think is kind of in there, but the idea is that for me, that was kind of a letdown. And then they have like sort of a fourth X-Men that they talk about. Even the Game Master mentions there's a fourth one who kind of saved everybody as well. There was like something else at play. And they never really say who the shadowy figure is, and that, but they've been sort of, there's somebody else there as well. Now, so for me, that was a bit of a letdown because there was a lot of build up to that point, and then it just sort of fell apart. The other thing that, good things and bad things. So another good thing I thought with the story was it really showed how they work as a team. So Cyclops, when he doesn't have his visor, he's just going to blast everything around him, and he has to be really, really careful not to kill everybody around him. So he loses his visor and basically is blind as a result because he can't open his eyes for fear that he might kill his teammates. But then Professor X basically goes into Cyclops' mind and gives him the ability to see through his own eyes. So he's seeing through Professor X's eyes, which is kind of cool. They work together as a team. Other things that they do is like there's a scene where Blackbird is falling. Cyclops literally chops the thing in half, basically to reduce the weight so that it's easier for Storm to basically let it land safely. So they all work together, and not even they even say like they almost in the story itself they actually show that they're slowing down the like this crash scene and showing how in very quick instances they're all kind of like, we got to do this, and they all work together as a team to kind of achieve the goal of not dying. So there's a lot of cool things like that I kind of appreciate. But I'm not going to give it a super high review, but I'm going to, there's just weaknesses that I see. So as I said, the things that build up, like usually in an anime where you have very similar style, where you build it up like this, and they had lots of room to build and to write because it was a very long story. Usually you have that epic battle and actually go somewhere with it, but it didn't quite go there. So that was a big letdown. So for me,
I think they were battling the survival of the cold. It was a lot of action, just them living through the cold. But yeah, I get what you're saying. They're not fighting like a super villain.
Yeah, so I felt like, I was expecting some epic battle that didn't happen. And that for me was a bit of a letdown. And they had plenty of time to do that epic battle if they really wanted to. Because they were very efficient about certain things. They were very efficient about explaining the backstory of when they left Savage Land and had their crash. They did that in like 2 pages. There was, efficiency there. So I'm going to give the cover for me is kind of a nothing. I don't really remember it, so I'm going to give it a 2.5. So average cover. Sorry. And interior art though was another hit and miss. Like they had sort of these bigger panels, which is very common for the 90s, like the bigger kind of panels. But a lot of the, like, if you look at the faces, they were sometimes really well done, sometimes just wonky and weird and not good at all. Just awful. So I found that was a little bit like, I wish it was just a bit more consistent in the artwork. So I would give that a 2.5. It was, it was average, kind of run the mill art. The story though, I would have given it like a 4, just like you, Biggie, if it kind of maintained that momentum that it set up. But because it didn't maintain that momentum, I'm going to give it a 2.5. I did really feel a big letdown by the end of the thing. And I felt like they it was, things were set up, but there was no, it's not that, sometimes things are set up and then you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to find out what in the next book, I'm going to find out a resolution to this. I didn't even feel like I really cared. That was the bad thing. Like I felt like I didn't really want to read the next one. And that's when you set up these things, you really should feel like you want to read the next issue. And I didn't feel that way. So that's why it's a 2.5 on the writing. And overall a 2.5 because, it's not greater than the sum of its parts. But overall it's a very enjoyable read. I'm just saying it's just sort of average for me. So sorry about that, but
No, ain't nothing to be sorry about.
I'll get Matt to go.
All right.
I figure we should have D at the end. He's an X-Men person too, so I feel like he'll balance.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to. Okay, I don't follow Spider-Man and X-Men very much. I never have. I mean, I've read a little more Spider-Man than I've read X-Men. Having said that, for someone who's not really into the X-Men, I really like this book. I liked the way they wrote how the 3 longtime members of the X-Men work together well. That is how I like my comic books.
Mm-hmm.
I like seeing the relationships between people, and I like to see, like right off the bat, okay, let's make it lighter. Cyclops, he knows what to do. First thing he's thinking about, got to shut my eyes because I'm going to burn everybody. Like he's just thinking about his teammates, and I think that's a good thing in a comic book. And also, is it wrong of me that I find her hot and I'm willing to let her try and take my the magnetic pulse on my machine?
Yeah, she has potential. Be a cute character.
I don't know why. I just like the bad ones. Anyway, so I will start by saying, like Biggie, the cover's pretty good. I'm not going to give quite as high as Biggie. I'm going to give a 3.5, but I thought it was above average.
Mm-hmm.
And for the interior art, I'm going to give it a 4 because I thought it was really well done. I mean, for the story, the art really enhanced it. And I thought it was a good job. And coming to the story, just out of pure enjoyment, I read this twice because I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it the first time. And that there's a lot of books I only read once. If I read it twice, I know. So I'm going to give it a 4 there too. And I'm going to give the book overall a 4 because I'm not going to let that 3.5 for the cover bring it down because overall I enjoyed it very much. I'm going to go with D.
All right. Yeah, we'll get our afterthoughts after D's done.
Yeah, so I'll just give you my score. I think we kind of talked about everything. I'd say that if this had been like the 8th issue of the series, I would have maybe liked it a little bit more because it wouldn't have had to have been so long. I think the length of the issue was there because it was the first issue, not because the story needed to be that long.
Mm-hmm.
So that to me pulled me out a little bit. But overall, my favorite part is when the Blackbird is falling and you can see Cyclops and Storm are on the same page and they're not even talking.
Mhm.
And that to me is like, that's my X-Men. I love that so much. And, I love seeing, Cyclops is one of my favorite characters in comic books. So this is a big time Cyclops issue, which I loved. And so I enjoyed the story. It was a little longer than it needed to be. But the cover, I'll give it a 3.5. I enjoy the cover. It's not amazing art, but it's a cool image, and it tells the story of what's happening in the book. So that was cool. Interior art, I also enjoyed, but it wasn't dynamic or amazing for a 90s book either. So I'll give the interior art a 3. Not bad in any way to me, but not stand out in any way. Story, I'm gonna do a 3.5. The fourth X-Man thing also kind of bothered me. Because I kept like, oh, who's this gonna be? And then by the time I got done reading it, I was like, man, they never got to that. I'm just glad it's over. So 3.5 for the story. Overall, I'll give it a 3.5. A fun book, a good read, and I liked the contained story. And Biggie, you kind of mentioned it. Like I don't want every book to do this, but once in a while they drop you in the middle of the shit, and so, like it starts off with Cyclops has got a dislocated shoulder, broken ribs, a collapsed lung, and like everything's dire, everything's fucked. Like I love that. And
that was really cool. I like that too.
Yeah, throughout the story, they tell you what happened and why. To me, I wasn't let down by the final battle. The final battle, like it was back and forth, and she quickly like kind of got the upper hand, and then they tricked her, and then she was getting ready to ruin everything, and then they hit her into the glacier and messed her up, and like I think that if that fight had gone on too much longer, it would have become a little unnecessary. She was very powerful, but she was going up against the leader of the X-Men and the leader of X-Men Blue Team and Gold Team. Like she had met her match. She didn't stand a chance in that moment. So, but overall, 3.5 for the final score of the book. So, yeah.
Okay.
So
and
our scores came out to 55 out of 80, which was 68.75%, which is again smack in the middle 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to say thank you to Alan and Dee and
sorry, I'm a bit harsh on this one.
No, I'm just glad that you guys pointed out the stuff that I forgot to. I didn't forget. I just didn't.
My only biggest after reading it twice, what's the timeline? Because like you got to come down, and then all of a sudden Charles has been found by this guy and he's healed, and then he's off to the,
Yeah, no, that there was a little bit of a confusion thing going on at the end. Something happened to them where they all get kind of rescued and teleported and stuff.
I just want to show. What do you mean? What's the timeline? What are you saying?
Well, like I mean, like did this happen over a day? This has happened over a week? Because like,
I mean, that's a good panel though. Look at this fucking art.
Charles gets
Matt,
that I liked.
Matt, I'll tell you this. In the beginning of the issue, they talk about the fact that his collapsed lung will not be life-threatening for at least another couple more hours.
Yeah.
So it definitely could not have been a week. He wouldn't have lived long enough.
It was very fast.
Yeah, no, I think all this was within an hour or less. Maybe
it was probably within like 3 hours, I would guess.
Well, then how did Charles get healed so fast? Like,
what do you mean healed?
He didn't get healed.
The guy found him in the cold, took him
Right.
to his
Yeah,
place.
oh, yeah, you're right. Then he
and then
goes
he
driving
it
off.
back, and he was like, "I'm well again." Like,
I
Yeah,
mean, he
there's
is
a
a
point
mutant.
where Charles
He's
drives
a little
off.
stronger than what people think he is, I think.
that's the only reason I'm thrown off by the timeline. By the way, that's the only reason,
There was one scene
because
where
I didn't know he
Charles
had
drives off.
fast healing.
No, I don't think he is.
He doesn't have fast healing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the story was perfect, but I do believe that it was within a couple of hours that the story took
Unless
place.
the mysterious stranger has access to healing potions from Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, but
I mean, they all did. They all like right off the jump. Whenever the jet got hit, Storm was instant.
yeah,
Storm was already outside. She was already doing the best. I mean, that's her forte. Fucking the cold, the winter,
Well,
controlling
That
elements.
just comes from people who have worked together forever and know each other's. This is where the danger room came in handy. It taught them teamwork.
And Cyclops, like D said, he had to shred it to get the weight down, and it
Yeah,
was so much shit. Like it was just like
the other
bang,
thing,
bang, bang.
the one scene that I thought was the best sort of 3 teamwork thing was when Storm goes up, she does her thing, and then she falls because she uses all of her power basically, and falls out of the
It
sky.
took all her strength to just do that.
And
Yeah,
she's
and then-
burning up because she has
Yeah,
to keep her
she's
body warm in the cold.
No,
and
no,
so-
like,
Yeah.
the scene where she falls and then Cyclops is going out to try to catch her basically.
Okay.
And then Professor X says, "Open your eyes," and so he's like, "But I'll fry her or whatever."
No,
But he
yeah.
opens his eyes and then melts the snow, like sort of,
Exactly.
so that
No,
he
like
has to
that's
land.
amazing too. Like this
was
is
good.
why
That
I
was
said
good
the
role.
writing. This is why I said the writing was really good.
So
I thought it was good as a kid when I
so
read
things
it.
like
I
that I
thought
really
like,
enjoyed, but
and
I felt like-
the
yeah,
the thing that got to me was like you think of Storm, and you're like she's so able to manipulate the weather, and you see how this character, her strength just fried the weather enough to where she's hurting now, and it's like, oh shit, and I never thought that would ever happen to Storm, because Storm's the master of that shit, so it just really kind of struck hard with me. But yeah, so where did it land at, Matt?
midway,
right in the middle,
pack.
right in the middle of
Yeah.
everything. Literally the middle of the pack, the middle 10. I
Okay,
didn't
But
count.
we're picking good books, so this should be,
Cool,
Well,
man.
you know what? I would say that the median is about 68%.
Yeah, but for me, I'm taking 50% as being an average comic.
Mhm.
And so, like, these are all way above that average comic book range, right?
Well, let's see. The lowest one, let's take a look at what the lowest one was. It was not.
Some of the X-Men's were pretty bad.
Actually, I think I have the lowest one. No, Excalibur 71 came in at 30.6%. And then my book, the Fantastic Four 353, ended up at 39.7%. So
Excalibur 76. What the hell was this? Oh yeah, that was a pretty
71,
That-
yes.
That was the last issue of the Fatal Attraction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like the story's already done. It's just kind of like, let's get this team and this shit. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it was-
Yeah, I get it.
And then you couple that with Superman 75 at 91.5%.
Wow, that was a good book.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Hey,
So
man, I know how to pick him, baby.
I think Alan is next, correct? No,
Whoa.
Jim's
Yeah.
next. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Is it D? I think it's
Yeah.
D. Yeah.
It's D, and D is me. We're gonna go
Oh,
Spider-Man
shit.
52, so you can see the next.
Spider?
Yeah, it's the next issue after the last one we read.
We get to
Okay.
see what
Also,
happens.
they fight. Cool.
I enjoyed the Scarlet Spider, so yeah.
Yeah,
It'll be nice to see the fight because I felt like I was like, oh, I missed half the story. So that's good.
yeah, and the first part of the Clone Saga is like a 4-issue run. That 4 issues is really fun. It gets very off the rails after that. So I'm going to keep going until we get through the part 4. But yeah,
Okay.
Spider-Man 52.
Very nice.
All right. So I got to watch Matt's interview with Doc, and
Yeah, I watched it too. It was good. I thought it was funny. You guys were talking about me at the beginning. I was like, oh.
yeah, he goes, well, I know Alan said you got to have Doc on, and Steppo said you got to have Doc on, and then Biggie said he got these great AOKs. You got to interview Doc. It's like, what the fuck does the AOKs got to do with anything?
Well, I was expressing what I've seen on your channels.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got.
I mean, you were one of the first things I ever saw you, Biggie, back in the day was I got an AOK from Doc. Let's see what he said. So that sort of caught my eye. So
that's cool, man. No, it was good, but I thought that Doc was.
Listen, Doc told me off camera you're one of his favorite people.
I know that. Yeah, I actually sent him his first AOK. So I'm very proud of that.
He said that you guys have been exchanging AOKs for years.
That's right. Yeah, I didn't take it the wrong way. I just thought that like.
I was explaining to him how people were telling me you got to get Doc on. So
yeah, it would just sound funny if someone said, "Oh, this guy gives away good shit. Go interview him." It's just kind of don't that sound fucking weird? Am I crazy?
No, yeah, I don't think that's how it came across.
But then again, that again also comes from the conversation we were having before. Sometimes I forget there's a.
I'm very proud of
everything I've said.
No, I'm very proud of the AOKs he gave me, so I could see how
he's coming back at the end of March. He's going to bring another round of good books. So
yeah, he brought some impressive ones. So yeah.
All right. Well, let's go around the horn.
Police Comics is a higher grade though, so that's all that matters.
For me, tomorrow we'll do the Hot 5 Commandments. I got an AOK from Legion of Comics today. If you want to check that out, you could watch that. And Friday, tomorrow's the Hot 5 Commandments with me and TM, and Friday's Collector Club. I'm feeling a little better. I got through today, so I'm gonna keep pushing. And Friday, I gotta get over this fucking stomach thing. Yeah, I'm trying, man. So catch me tomorrow and catch me the next day. What do you got going on, Matt?
Tomorrow night, I have my big giveaway on my channel for the 800 subs. I got everything ready to go. I just need to hit send. I've got a couple people coming on with me. Lyle's coming and Chonko's coming.
I'll try to come as well Thursday.
Maybe Alan. And we're going to just show some books, have some discussion, maybe have some laughs. I've been joking about getting a cake, but I don't think I'm going to be at the grocery store anytime tomorrow. So, and we're just going to have a little fun, give away some prizes. Friday, I'll be on Alan's show and then your show. And then Tuesday coming, I have artist Mike Ruth coming on my Tuesday night show.
Very nice.
If anybody's in the chat, don't mind dropping a link to Matt's video where he does the giveaway.
I can do that. I can do that now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So if you go to the link Matt puts in, you can enter for his giveaway. What day is it? Thursday, Matt?
It's tomorrow, Thursday. Yes, and you have to be a subscriber and make a comment on this video.
Okay, cool.
Cool. So me, I'm not sure what I have coming up. So today I did my Q&A video, which did okay. That's a good video. But Friday I have my hangout. I'll also be on your show on Friday evening after that. Okay. But I'm debating about this weekend finally doing my room tour. I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to find a time to record it. So yeah, hopefully I can do my room tour this weekend. That'd be on Saturday. Next week I'll be showing the actual contents of what was in this big unboxing, my next unboxing, which I'm calling my random unboxing. There's some pretty cool things in it, and the videos seem to be good. So that will be next week. That's pretty much it. Nothing too exciting.
What's your top 10 this week?
It is books that we like. So stories that we like. Stories that we like. So I haven't recorded it yet, but Matt's probably ahead of me on that one. But I'm going to record it soon.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, X-Men Unlimited is not going to be on the list.
yeah, that's cool, man.
Sorry,
No problem. All right.
but it wasn't bad. I feel bad.
You enjoyed it. You said you did.
I enjoyed it. I just was a bit harsh. I don't know why. I feel so let down. That's all.
Hey D,
But it was such a-
I know that you might not be in the fucking loop, man, but I hate to fucking kind of break it to you now, but our buddy Pop ain't doing the greatest. So I know that you
Oh.
primarily hop on my channel and Pop's, but I doubt we'll have anything going tomorrow because he's in the hospital right now. But I just want to let you know.
Yeah.
That's Papa Wheelie.
Yeah. He's been a little bit sick. Yeah, I heard that.
I'll tell y'all more about it when we get off air. But yeah, I do want to thank you for hopping on with me. Do you got anything you want to shout out?
No, let's get backstage. I need to hear about Pop.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you everybody so much. I appreciate all you guys on panel. You guys help me a lot on my channel. Anytime you need me, let me know. And we're going to get on out of here. We'll be back next week with the next segment of the Scarlet Spider. Is this his second appearance?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
the second
Scarlet
appearance of the character. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Well, hashtag enjoy. See y'all later.
Biggie. Biggie.